Yeah.
Do I look good?
Yeah, we've already established that.
Do I look good?
No.
Do I look pretty?
No.
Do I look good?
No.
This is a one-way street.
You look as good as you're
This
ever
is a
going to
one-way
get.
street. I always say that you look good.
Because I do.
Because you always ask, and I say yes.
I love letting people in on automotive secrets, and one of my favorite things to tell people when they ask me about cars or SUVs or trucks is when something is sort of criminally underrated. Maybe it's not on people's radar. The Buick Envision is just that sort of vehicle, but I'm not 100% sure I could fully recommend it. You wanna know why? To fully understand the reason why, we need to start in the interior. And I've spent a lot of time in this interior with Mrs. Jax and Hallie because we're at a volleyball tournament in Alabama. Have you heard of quiet tuning?
What in the world can that be?
No, it's not some sort of new Gen Z health craze. It's how Buick describes their commitment to interior ambiance. And to be honest with you, it's a real thing. It's not just marketing talk.
Have I got your attention now?
See, it's very quiet in here for the price. It's also very nice in here with generally excellent materials throughout. Buick's doing a great job kind of elevating the interior game. The Envision starts at a very reasonable $37,000, and this one has the tech package and the ST appearance package, which means you get a head-up display, you get a crystal clear surround view camera. GM does a great job with surround view cameras. It is excellent, and you also get a very good 9-speaker Bose audio system. That does come with Apple CarPlay, which is wireless, always appreciated. The seats are generally comfortable, but for some weird reason, they lack like a dedicated lumbar adjustment. That's stupid at this price. So the tech package and the ST package combined means that this Envision rings in at a not terrible $41,700. That's not bad in my opinion. And when you think about it, the Envision is positioned as a premium vehicle. It's giving you lots of sort of premium features and amenities for $41,000. I mean, that's basically the same price as a fully loaded, CR-V, RAV4 or something like that. Also, rear seat space is quite decent. This is where the seat is for me, and I'm almost 6'6". And so the fact that I can even sit behind myself in an SUV of this size is impressive. It has an inch more rear seat legroom than something like an Acura RDX. Hallie at 5'10" had no problem sitting behind Mrs. Jax at 5'9". But before you declare that Buick is back, there are a few catches. Like back here. I'm sorry, I'm so hunched over, but there's a cargo cover. The Envision has just 25 cubic feet of cargo space, which was enough for us to come to Birmingham for a 3-day volleyball tournament. However, Ella didn't come, and we still more than maxed out the Envision's cargo capabilities. Take a look. I'm not entirely sure what happened here, but this is for 3 people. 3 people in the Buick Envision. The Acura RDX has significantly more cargo space. Maybe that's where that extra inch of rear seat legroom goes. And our Toyota RAV4, like most RAV4s, has 37 cubic feet of cargo space, which, 12 cubic feet, that's a big difference. And unfortunately for Buick, one of Buick's most compelling and direct competitors has 31 cubic feet of cargo space. I'll give you a hint. I reviewed one not that long ago.
Okay, so Buick Envision, like a small SUV, is that what you call it?
Why don't you start by saying where we are?
Oh, we're in Alabama, Birmingham, for a volleyball tournament. And if you probably don't know anything about volleyball, but they have like long breaks. So we're at long breaks, we're filming. We drove the Buick Envision up here. It's like a 3-hour drive. Super comfortable. I fell asleep.
Quickly.
I'm a really good co-pilot.
Very quick.
You'd rather me be asleep though, right?
Most of the time.
Because then I'll annoy him because he's not a good driver. I mean, he is a good driver, but I'm like, oh.
Don't say that. Buick's not going to give me
I know,
a car.
no, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't think anybody's a good driver other than me behind the wheel. But yeah, super comfortable. The seats are really comfortable. It was nice and warm. It's got heated seats. Can I say they don't work? Should I leave that part out?
Chip shortage.
Chip shortage, but you get your chip put in like when it comes, right?
Yeah.
So it's all good. Back row's comfy. We have a tall kid. She's taller than me. I'm 5'9". She's taller than me. She was comfy. I was comfy. The, what do you call it?
Dash.
Dash with entertainment. Really good. I liked it. Nice and user-friendly, it looked like. I wasn't really working it, but God, it's cold out here.
Asleep.
I was asleep because it was such a comfortable ride.
Why don't you talk about the interior since it's so cold?
Oh, I can get in. Nice little sporty wheel. Is what I've been told. It's supposed to be little because it's like sporty. So that's nice. I really like the leather and the stitching. Looks nice, feels great. The seats are super comfortable, I think. Did you think it was comfortable?
Yeah, wish they had lumbar.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Some of us have scoliosis.
If you haven't got your health, you haven't got anything.
Okay, but for most of us, it's great. See how it looks? It looks like super nice. I feel like it looks like a luxury vehicle. Is a Buick a luxury? No. Is
Premium.
It? Premium.
Yeah.
I like it. I like how big this is, but not like one of those ones that's like crazy big. Oh, not 9 out of 10. So the styling, I really like the black on black wheels. Is that like a thing?
Yeah, it's the ST package.
Well, I get the ST package, the top notch. The wheels look really good. I do like the styling. It looks very like, I mean, sporty and like cool. I didn't think Buicks were cool. Are they cool?
Well, this one is, I guess.
This one is cool. Buick's getting cool. I don't know anything about cars, clearly. But no, I think it looks like cool. Like, I would totally drive that as my day-to-day. Want to get me a new car?
What about that Land Rover?
I'd drive that one too.
Which
I
one?
would pretty much drive any car other than the current car that I have.
2012 Chevy Suburban.
With 1 billion miles on it. So, guys, y'all like, subscribe, hit the bell so he'll buy me a new car. No, but I would totally drive it. I love the styling. It's like small but big. I usually prefer a bigger SUV, but I don't mind this.
So you would drive this?
Yes.
It's a lot cheaper than a Suburban.
Yeah, I don't want another Suburban. I want something in between. I want something a little bigger, I think.
Like a Buick Envision?
I just like to be up a little higher. I don't know. I felt low in this. Like a car?
It is
like a car
low.
chassis?
Yeah, it's a little low.
Chassis, was that a right word?
Wow, car chassis. Okay, you're the new host. Forget me.
Okay, they probably like me better. But no, I really like it. I would totally drive it.
Another catch is under the hood. The Envision's turbocharged 4-cylinder is fine.
We're all fine here.
It makes 228 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, and it has a fabulous auto start-stop system, auto start-stop system, thanks to the Envision's quiet tuning. Seriously, it's quick and it's nearly invisible. It's one of the best I've ever seen. And the 9-speed automatic transmission is generally invisible in the background and it rarely gets flustered. But remember that competitor I mentioned just a second ago? Yeah, it makes 258 horsepower from a turbocharged 4-cylinder and 320 pound-feet of torque. Don't worry, I'll tell you who it is, but let's look at the way this thing drives first.
So
Why are you talking so fast?
Am I talking that fast?
Yes. I don't think people can understand you.
Well, maybe because we're on the interstate, you know, and I'm like, you know, recording a talking thing while we're on the interstate.
Take a deep breath. There you go.
So these seats have
aren't you
memory. So anyway, I think memory should be tied to lumbar adjustment. I don't think that's too much to ask. The gauges are clear. You got analog gauges, which to me is fine in the sort of premium level. You get a digital center screen. It's like an 8-inch center screen. It's GM's usual unit. It looks really good. The 10-inch infotainment, all the ergonomics are really nice. I like the interior of the Envision a lot. It's probably one of my favorite things about it. It's just the overall interior design, and for an ergonomic while you're driving, all of your steering wheel controls are very good. But the main thing that I think is a big selling point of this car is that the ride is exceptional. This is an incredibly comfortable SUV, especially in this environment. Traveling long distance on an interstate, this is an incredibly comfortable SUV. This is the kind of ride that I mentioned that Lexus should have. Lexus is like a little too floaty, and the Envision buttons it down just enough that you get that incredibly smooth ride, but you don't get a lot of that constant up and down motion. It is perfect if that's what you're into. And you know, Buick's whole quiet tuning thing really pays off here on the interior of the car. We're all enjoying our music on AirPods in Apple CarPlay, and it's very quiet, much quieter than in a lot of, I'm gonna keep left, yes, I'm gonna keep left. It's much quieter here than in some of its competitors, so that's the thing. Now, dynamically, how does it drive? Really well. The brake,
She's just doing her job.
the brake pedal pressure is nice and firm. I like that because it's just a little bit sportier, just feels a little bit more confidence inspiring. There's not a ton of feel. It's not like a sports car or something like that, but I would prefer a firm brake pedal that feels like something's actually happening as opposed to the alternative. You know, you don't want to step on a wet biscuit. That's never pleasant.
Did you say the brake pedal's confidence inspiring?
Yes, you want to have confidence.
That your car's going to stop?
Yes, that's the whole point of good brake pedal.
I mean, I feel like we're all confident that our car's going to stop.
Not something like this has a more confidence-inspiring brake pedal feel than something where the brake pedal just goes like, you know, like a stepping on a wet biscuit.
We could have done without that, without that analogy.
The steering wheel is pretty thin rim here, and it's pretty
Yeah, I didn't
quick.
like that.
Oh, yeah, you want.
I mean, I didn't drive it, but when I sat in it, I was like,
yeah, you want it to be a little bit sporty, a little bit thicker wheel.
I like the fatter wheel, yeah.
Yeah, you want something a little more substantial than this wheel. It's small, but the rim is relatively thin. The Mack truck's trying to kill us, so don't mind me.
They can't see the Mack trucks.
Well, good thing, because it was trying to kill us. I've said this before, I feel like this chassis is able to handle more than it's been given. Like, the power isn't very impressive, but the way the car rides and handles is very competent. And so I just feel like overall this chassis could handle a lot more power. It just has so much more to give than what it is. Very comfortable, but it could be so much more. You could have, if this ST trim was something sportier, you could have a much more aggressive Buick Envision if you wanted to.
So why do I think that the Envision is underrated? Well, for $37,000 to start, you get a very attractive, well-equipped, well-built premium SUV that gives you just enough to make you feel like you're being spoiled a little bit. It's better looking than the Acura RDX in my opinion. It has an utterly fantastic ride, as you saw, and it is just big enough to be useful. I know Mrs. Jax and I both criticize the Envision's overall size, but there are plenty of people out there who are sort of yearning for a SUV that gives them a lot without really making them feel like they're driving a yacht.
Take it to see Mr. Murdoch.
So should you buy a Buick Envision? Well, yes, but not until you've taken a look at that competitor that I mentioned earlier. And if you haven't figured it out by now, that competitor is the Mazda CX-50. The Mazda CX-50 is absolutely fantastic. It's even better looking than the Envision in my opinion. It gives you 31 cubic feet of cargo space. It has more of a sort of Germanic driving experience, and the interior gives up basically nothing to the Buick Envision in terms of quality and design. You can have one absolutely fully loaded, maxed out for $44,000, and that is with the uprated engine and its 320 pound-feet of torque. Now you might be like, whoa, hold up, you said that this Envision has a lot of options and only costs $41,000. Well, okay, true, but if you want the CX-5, the CX-50's slightly less good-looking cousin, but still as good-looking as the Buick Envision, you can max one of those out for $41,000. In this segment, and in this price range, guys, my money is on Mazda. Yes, I like the Buick Envision, Mrs. Jax liked it as well, but if I'm gonna plunk down $41,000, I would probably get a fully loaded Mazda CX-5, although I'd probably want the CX-50, and if I could talk her in an extra couple thousand, you get what I'm saying, Mazda. Guys, if you want more enthusiast dad car reviews with practical volleyball trip action, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And please, if you want to see more car reviews on this or many other options, click on one of the surrounding videos that's floating somewhere around my head, such as this playlist. And I'll see you in the next video.